you're hurting my head. Hello.
Your face is hurting my head.
Oh my God, here we go.
Hi, Billy Milovanovic coming at you. Bildo.
Yeah, whatever. Lindsay Kirkwood, Lindalin.
Hi.
Do you know what? I have so many people. I will. I have so many people, not so many people, but some people ask me, what's with Lindalin? I don't get it.
Yeah, okay. Let me explain.
Tell me.
Why Lindalin?
Yes.
Well, actually, there's no real reason why. I've always called you Lindalin.
Yes.
I've always called you Lindalin from the very, from
day one.
We've, for those of you who have cut the first 4 episodes out of your life, A, go back and listen to that shit. But B, we've known each other for like 10 years now. And so I don't know. It's just like a cute term of endearment. Yeah. And I actually legitimately call you Lindalin.
Yeah, all
and
the
you
time.
call me Bildo. Lots of people call me Bildo.
It's just our names for each other.
So there's no
actual cute story or reasoning. It's just it came out of your mouth one day. But anyways,
it's adorable. I love it. All right, Biatch, what are we drinking?
Let me put my reading glasses on.
Oh, you're so cute and old. Look at you. She's got a little cardi on. Oh my God.
Cold.
I'm going to take a photo of you. We're going to put this on Insta.
Oh my God, okay.
Yeah, it's happening.
So this bottle I bought at Celebrations in Camp Hill Marketplace from a lovely little man called Dale. He was the manager there. He helped me pick it out. It's a Shiraz. And the reason why I got it was it's from the Granite Belt here in Queensland, which I had no idea wine was even made there. But I don't really know.
Do you know where this place is?
Well, sort of. But it's in Queensland. Yeah, but I didn't know it was like a wine area. It's called Terra... I don't know. Terra Granito. I'll take a picture and put it up on Insta so you guys can see. 2018, $32. We thought we'd go a little bit more than
We've gone fancy today.
We've gone fancy. Fancy Shiraz.
Thanks, Dale.
And it's super yummy, isn't it?
It is so good.
Yeah.
The first sip I had here, let's first sip.
Who are you lying to?
Our listeners. Obviously.
They don't need to think that it's the first drink. It's really good, isn't it? It's
like fruity and like legit full-bodied. I've never known what full-bodied is, but like also has like a dry tinge. It's not like overly sweet. Shiraz. Well, I mean, I don't know what that means.
Shirazes aren't sweet, you dickhead. Like, you don't even know that?
No, listen. Okay, when you guys, when we started this podcast and we said, this isn't a podcast about wine. We don't know anything about wine. I wasn't fucking lying when I said I didn't know anything about wine. I drank Sauv Blanc for pretty much my entire adulthood. I've only recently been introduced to red wine, I mean, like 5 weeks ago when we started this podcast.
Okay.
So I like legit don't know.
Full newbie with it.
But this is delicious. I love it.
Yeah, it's actually really nice. And to be honest, I'm not a huge Shiraz fan normally because I find them really strong and like tart on the tongue and whatever.
What were we drinking? Oh no, there's a Cab Sauv.
Cab Sauv, which is nice. No, see, I like the Cab Sauv.
The one that I didn't like. You like that?
Yeah,
you like socks in your mouth? That's nice. Oh, right. Gross.
Look, too many wines to remember. But this one is really nice. Yeah. $32 at Celebrations.
Talk to Dale at Camp Hill.
Yeah, Dale was amazing. He was awesome.
Thanks, Dale.
So I'll see you next week, Dale, for another bottle. How's your heart? Is it broken?
No, it's fucking beautiful, my heart is. But I've had days.
Broken hearts. That's what we're going to talk about.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I've only ever had one serious heartbreak in my life. Again, considering I've had 2 boyfriends.
Yeah.
I've broken lots of hearts.
Of course you have.
I mean, if we can bring in a string of high school boyfriends. Do you know one time, oh my God.
Okay, pause. You did not have a string of high school boyfriends.
Yes, I did.
I saw pictures of what you looked like.
Fuck you. Okay, there's this running joke that I used to look like a boy. Okay.
It's not a running joke.
No, it is a running joke.
We should post a picture.
Oh my God.
Post a picture.
I was so adorable. We will post a picture of what I was like when I was a teenager.
Yes, let's.
You guys, I'm sure you will find me just as adorable as my mum and dad did. Fuck the rest of you. Anyway.
Okay, go back to the string of
I
want to hear this. I've never heard this. Yes.
Look, I kissed a lot of boys, and not all of them were boyfriends. I was a little bit of a slag. The one boyfriend stands out in particular. Poor Michael.
Oh, Mikey, if you're listening.
Listen, I thought no, he's a bit of a dick now, so fuck you anyway. But no, I think Michael and I had a crush on each other for a long, long time, and so then when we started dating, about 5 days later, I'm like, well, this isn't right.
5 days.
5 days. It was a Monday.
What were you, like 14?
Oh yeah,
yeah,
maybe 15 at best. And so I didn't know how to break up with Michael because I felt so bad, so I wrote him a letter.
Of course, yeah. Well, back then you can't send a text message or anything.
You can't send a text. Well, no. I mean, text messages are dick moves as well. People don't break up with people by text messages. That's me.
Yeah.
But I wrote Michael a letter, and I, like, as I was saying bye for the weekend, like, oh, here's a letter. But I don't remember how I gave it to him exactly.
Oh, poor Michael.
But I remember that was not a very, like, good thing to have done because he didn't take it well. And, like, none of our friends took it well. So, I mean, obviously, completely heartbroken, poor Michael.
I'm sure he's gone to many therapy sessions.
Devastated he was.
Poor Michael.
And then the other, like, actual genuine heartbreak I think I caused was my first actual boyfriend. My first real relationship. I was with him for, like, 2.5 years.
Okay, yes.
And, you know, I'm really hoping that his family, because he was lovely. He was beautiful, and he was very, very good to me.
Right.
And his family were very good to me, and I had no beef with that. But he was, you know, when, like, the other party is so much more into you. Like, despite being together for 2.5 years, like, I just kind of felt like I just wasn't into him that much.
Throughout the whole time?
Yeah. Like, I was going to break up with him at the very beginning, but then...
Oh,
yeah. And then, like, my mum had gone to Europe, and I was really sad, and he was a really good shoulder to cry on, and he was just one of those... He was a bit older, and, you know, had the flashy cars, and bought me flashy things, and I was never into that kind of thing anyway.
Yeah, I know.
But I just kind of feel like he was that kind of, like, caretaker kind of guy.
So how old were you? I don't remember ever hearing about this dude.
Well, you weren't, like, we didn't know each other back then.
No, I know.
But
I've never even heard these stories.
Well, I was, I think, 17 to 19 I was when I was dating him. So just after high school. Yeah. I was still in high school when I was dating him. And he was, again, very, very flashy. He may or may not be incarcerated right now.
So those flashy cars.
He obviously,
So he bought you all of those presents?
He gave me all of those presents. How they came about, I don't know.
Hot?
But look, he was a delight.
Of course he was.
Liked him. Loved him.
Yeah.
Was not in love with him.
Loved him.
Well, I mean, for, you know.
Yeah.
Anyway,
so you broke his heart when you...
Oh, I broke his heart real bad. Yeah. And I remember this one time, he came, like, we always used to leave our doors unlocked at home, which is, I know, we had a lot of faith in the neighborhood around us. And
in Runcorn? No,
really?
Runcorn,
yeah. Anyway, so I remember this, when we had just broken up, he came to my house. Well, I wasn't home, and he had come to my house, and I just came into my room. I came home from work or something, and I came into my room, and he was drunk, lying in my bed. He was, like, devastated, just crying.
Oh, my God.
And then he was like, he, like, wanted to, like, bang. I don't remember his exact words, but he wanted to, like...
Make up sex.
Yeah.
Even though he had made up
sex. It was more like... Forever goodbye sex.
Yeah. Oh, right. Okay,
and like sex wasn't great to begin with, so I wasn't going to have goodbye sex.
Yeah,
like, that
wasn't ridiculous.
Worth it. No.
Oh, God.
Anyway, I definitely
the sex wasn't good.
No.
You didn't really love the guy.
No.
And you stayed with him for 2.5 years. But you were 17.
So nice. He was so good to me. He was really lovely. You know, once for Valentine's Day, again, because we never locked our doors, he snuck into my house at like 3 a.m.
Oh, jeez.
I know. And my, like, Yugoslav dad, he could have killed him.
Yeah.
But he snuck into my house and he left this, like, giant thing of flowers on the kitchen counter with, like, a photo of us.
Oh, that's actually really
cute. He was beautiful. Yeah. He was really lovely to me. And my dad came down and found him because he heard somebody in the house.
Oh, shit.
And then he was like, oh, I'm just setting this up for Billy, blah, blah, blah. Like, don't tell her. So what does my dad do as soon as he leaves?
Yeah.
My dad comes up to me and, like,
at 3 o'clock in the morning.
At 3 o'clock in the morning. No joke. It's still dark, pitch black. Yeah. And he's like, come down and see what he's done.
Oh, that's cute.
And so I came down and I'm like, dude, it's 3 a.m. Like, I could have seen this in the morning. Like, it's fine. Like, Like, see, I've never been much for romance. Like, I've never been much for romance.
Not your style.
But anyway, this is not what we're not talking about breaking other people's hearts.
No, I was going to say, Billy, you've just taken us down a whole different road.
He was devastated.
Look, clearly you had to get it off your chest of all these men's broken hearts that you've done.
There are strings of them just right behind me. And I'm so sorry, gentlemen. I know I'm a catch. I know that they're... Boys, I'm so sorry, 14-year-old.
First of all, Michael's in jail, so he's probably not going to listen. Okay,
was it Michael? No, I'm not going to name the guy. No, I'm not.
Right, no, don't do that. No. So Michael was the young guy with the letter. He was the young guy. So this dude that's the flower boy, he's now in jail.
Oh. May or may not be.
Oh, okay, may not be. Okay, cool.
Anyway.
Wow. Now you feel better.
I do.
Getting that off your chest?
I do.
Okay, good.
But then somebody broke my heart. The one time my heart was broken.
Do tell.
Oh, well, actually, I've got a few different stories of heartbreak, but I'll tell you the main one.
Okay.
It's to do with Henry.
Oh,
my husband. I married him, so the good news is it ends well, you guys.
Right.
But Henry and I did have a massive breakup, actually. We were together for probably about 3 years when I decided to buy a one-way ticket and move to Europe. I was done. I had a lot of shit going on in my life. It actually kind of like, I know it sounds really weird, but it had nothing to do with him. It was all to do with me. Like, it was very much, I was in a bad space in my life. Mm-hmm. A lot of shit was going down. And you know when you just want to escape from all your problems?
Yeah.
But also on the, like, other side of that, like, he was like, I'll wait for you, I'll come with you, whatever. And I was like, nah, I can't be your girlfriend anymore. Like, it was that situation where I just couldn't be someone's something anymore. Like, I needed to discover myself. You know, I was about 21, 21, 22. And so I went to be an au pair in Italy. And I bought a one-way ticket. I was going to stay for a year, travel around, blah, blah, blah. I came back after 9 weeks. Because I just...
Go get him, Billy.
Oh, man. I did 9 weeks I lasted. And the entire time I cried. I lost like 7 kilos in a week or something.
7 kilos?
No joke. I dropped all this weight because all I was doing was smoking, you know, roll-up cigarettes in Italy and just crying in the middle of the street, drinking wine.
Because you were upset over Henry?
Oh, I was upset over Henry. Again, this is a time... I've written about this in my blog, but this was the time I became estranged with my dad.
Yes.
Tom, I love you, Tom. But I became estranged from him for about 8 years. That lasted.
So it was a tough time.
That was at the very beginning of what had happened and shit going down. And so I just wanted to escape. But it turns out that you can't escape from things that live inside your head.
Yeah.
And so
they're kind of
you can be in Italy, but then all that's going to happen is everybody's going to speak Italian. You're not going to understand what the fuck's going on. You can't just go to Target and buy whatever you want. It's just...
You're in Italy.
You're in Italy. And you're so far away, you can't even fix your problems if you wanted to.
It would actually make it worse, wouldn't it?
Oh, it made it worse.
Yeah.
And in the meantime, obviously, I had gone ahead and broken Henry's heart.
Poor Henry.
And so he's gone ahead and tried to get over that himself in his own way.
Yeah, of course.
Which is obviously with his dick, which is fine. That's fine.
I had to actually think for a second. I'm like, what do you mean?
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, and then that's cool too. I like that, so I don't blame him for that. But
no, of course not.
Then when I came back, it took us about 2 years, and it was just, I just became a horrible, horrible girlfriend. I just became a stage 5 clinger.
Right.
Like, I just became insane. I remember, did I ever tell you about that time we were in a club and we were just fighting, and we would just fight constantly, but we were just fighting, and I was obviously very animated as I am.
Yeah.
And he was obviously not as he is. Yeah, as he is. And these people come up to him, and I'd never, like, again, I'd been with Henry for years at that time, and these randoms come up to him and were like, Henry! And, like, you know, hugging him and, like, being like, oh, hi. And then they're like, let us take you for a drink. It's been a while, blah, blah, blah. So they take him away to a bar to get a drink. And then he comes back, and I'm like, who the fuck were those people? Because obviously we're in the middle of a fight. Like, who the fuck? You know, like, I was horrific back then.
Dude, they're just some people saying hi.
No, he was just like, they don't even know me. They've actually been overhearing you yell at me this entire time. And like heard my name over and over again. Are you
serious?
Dead set.
So they were helping him escape you?
Yes. They were helping him escape me. This is how horrible I was. That a bunch of strangers. No joke.
I actually can't even make a funny comment right now because I don't know this. I've never heard this story. And B, I can't even picture you yelling at him.
I know.
That loud.
Because you know us now.
Now we're so, fight that way.
Again, like, no, we don't fight that way. Yeah. No.
So you were yelling at him that loud in a club. Yeah. That these people heard you.
And it wasn't even that I was yelling at him loudly, like screaming at him. It was more so that we were just in this like heated argument. that was going nowhere.
Yeah.
You know, and that was basically for 2 years after I came back from Europe. We were just having these arguments that were going nowhere.
Which is so weird, right? Because so you were like brokenhearted in Italy.
Completely.
Going, what the fuck did I do? I need to be back with my little Asian. And then you come back and then you're a cow to him.
Yeah. Well, because he had then gone ahead and done the dirty with someone that I just didn't see coming.
Right.
So I knew who he had done it with. And I just was
you're angry.
I was angry. Yeah. I was angry. He was angry.
Yeah.
And I know, like now looking back on it, I totally understand what happened. And I get why we were both angry. But it wasn't going anywhere. We were so just upset with each other. Anyway, long story short, we had another fight at home at my house. And I picked up and just drove away. I just was like, no, I'm not going to be here right now. I'm just going to drive away in my own house.
Yeah.
And then I came back about maybe 20 minutes later and he had packed up all his things. And he was like, I'm out. Like, I'm done.
I'm out.
Like, I'm out. Oh, he was out. He was like, there's nothing more to be said. Like, I'm out. And in that moment, it was strange because I kind of thought, like, it was relief. It was like, thank God somebody had made that decision. Yeah. Because this was just horrific. Like, the way we were feeling was horrific. And so for 3 months after that, we just didn't speak. There was I went and picked up my stuff the next day from his house.
Jeez, full on.
Didn't speak for 3 months.
Yeah.
And during those 3 months, a gaping hole had literally been ripped inside me that every time now I watch a sad movie, if I see people breaking up on TV,
you think of it?
It hurts me. It physically hurts me. That same feeling. Yeah. I shit you not, it was like literally, I don't know if y'all have seen Twilight.
No.
Bella basically has the same thing. She does with Edward. There was a gaping hole that opened up inside me.
Twilight.
And it was horrible. And again, like I seriously feel it every time now. There's something like, it's like a physical pain.
So was this happening when I first met you then? Yeah. Yes. Because I'm just trying to think the timeline.
So I think when you and I met, we had just gotten back together because I had just come back from Europe.
Yes.
That was during that 2-year period.
Yes. That's right. Because I remember when we first started to hang out that it was a very up and down road with you and Henry. Yes. That's right. Okay. Right.
So those were the 2 years after I came, because I got that job at that place after I came back from Europe.
When you came home.
Yes. Yeah. So, and do you remember I was telling, I would have been crying about this at work because I had finally... I was crying about this at work for years. But I had finally got the courage to tell him I loved him again. Do you remember when I told you that? And I said to him, like so this is after months after I came back. And I finally was like, you know, like one night we were in bed cuddling and stuff. And I was just like, I love you. Or I don't even know how to fucking say it. What he said to me was, I missed you.
Yes. Shit. Kick in the gut.
Oh, man. And that, again, took me like...
Oh, you would have hated him for saying that.
I hated him. I hated me.
You.
It was such a fucked situation. It was so fucked.
Oh, my God.
And so anyway, when we broke up, it was such a good feeling of, like, release.
I was going to say,
like, it had to happen.
Yeah.
But it was the worst fucking feeling because I loved him so much. Like, I genuinely still, like, loved him. And I felt that he loved me.
And did you feel in your heart, in your guts, like you guys had to go your separate ways?
Absolutely.
Right? Like,
absolutely. And I still stand by that. If we had not gone our separate ways then, we would have broken
be
up
together.
We would have ruined it so hard. Yeah. I would have ruined it because I know that I know what my part was in all of it. And I was very volatile.
Yeah.
At that,
which I did not, as you're sitting here in your little onesie now.
I know. No, I was extremely volatile. Yeah, like, right. Super angry, and because he, like we talked about this last week, but he doesn't really fight back.
No,
he's very like, you go sort yourself out, and when you're fucking ready to talk to me like a human being, you can come and talk to me, but I'm not talking to you in this state. Which, like, to me is like fires me up even more.
Like, that would infuriate me personally because I am a fighter. I'd be like, bitch, get over here and talk. Fight. I'll do something.
Fight me. Yeah, exactly. But he won't.
Yeah. If you're like us, you know very little about money, except how to spend it.
But you know who does know about money? Our main group.
From properties to planning to finance, Almain Group can take care of all of your financial needs. They'll even do a free financial check and will give free financial advice.
So if you're in need of financial advice, contact Almain Group on Facebook at ALMANE Group, or you can call them on 0423 040 337. Ching!
And so 3 months we didn't speak at all, and it was his birthday's on New Year's Day.
Oh, yeah.
And so I ended up just messaging him. And it was good. Like, he had his own thing. I had my own thing. Like, I was very, like... It was a good time to just reconnect with my girlfriends.
Yeah.
Reconnect with my friends. Actually,
reconnect with yourself.
Reconnect with myself. Figure out who I was. Who am I? God, is that you?
No, bitch, it's your gut.
Yeah, shut up. No, it was a really good time to just figure out what it is that I wanted and find a fucking hobby or something. You know, like I don't know. Yeah. I used to get angry at him because he wanted to go fishing. Like,
oh yes,
I was horrible. Yeah. Anyway, so 3 months we didn't speak, and on his birthday I messaged him and I'm like, hey, look, just wanted to say, like, after 5 years,
it's his birthday.
I just wanted to say happy birthday, whatever. And he fucking calls me, and I was like, yes, I'm in. Jeez. Oh man.
Oh my God, I just got like tinges.
I know, I do.
Tinges.
You should get that checked out. I think you need to go see your doctor for those tinges, babe.
Maybe tomorrow. What do I get? What did I get? Like
tingles?
Tingles. And
I'm getting so tingly. I'm taking my top off.
Yeah. Whoa.
There we go.
You've got like a pink tank top on. That's nice.
Sexy ass.
Oh, totally. Not with your one.
Anyway, so he calls me.
How exciting.
Oh, like, man, you have no idea.
Like, as soon as you sent the message, like a couple minutes later, he rang? Or was it
I don't remember, but I remember seeing him call me and, like, God, your entire body just, like, coming on fire. Like, I was totally. Fucking, like, elated.
Yeah.
And I was at Byron Bay, and so I kind of was like, sweet, because I'm in Byron Bay. I'm living my life. I don't care about you. Yeah, I don't care what you're doing, but I'm like, obviously. And then he was at home. He was just like, oh, I'm just at home, like, spending the day with my family. And I'm like, loser. Yeah.
But you're like, yes, he's
but at the same time, yes, you're not out with some bitch. Yes, that sounds great. And so we had a chat, but then I couldn't speak. Or he was just like, oh, well, I might give you a call back later. And I'm like, well, okay, great.
I might answer.
Okay. And so the rest of the time, I'm like staring at the phone. And then he calls me back again later. But then the
same day?
Yeah, same day or maybe the next, I don't know. Yeah. Because I was away with my girlfriends for the weekend, so I don't remember exactly what had happened. But then he calls me back again. And anyway, kind of shuts me down in that sense of like, but like this isn't, like I'm, like it's nice to hear from you, but like that's. Oh yeah. He was like, nah, like this isn't happening. No. So just like, good to hear from you, but see ya.
But yeah, shit.
And I was like, what?
Yeah, bummer.
So anyway, but we messaged a little bit during those few days, and then he says to me, I've got a gift I want to give you. Like, I've got something in mind to give you. And I'm like, oh, yeah, exactly. Like, okay. Like, you don't want to talk to me, you don't want to hang out with me, but you want to give me something. Yeah.
Right. Here's your heart on a platter.
Yeah. And I'm like, okay, fine, whatever. And then we kind of didn't speak. And on my birthday, I had gone away with my mum and my brother because I'm a sad soul. Gone away for the weekend. And he had messaged me to say, like, happy birthday. And, like, that was it. I was just like, oh, thanks. And then he never messaged back. And I'm like, well, fuck you. What the fuck? And then I don't know how it came to, but he was like, I've got something I want to give you. And then he was like, will you be home whenever? And I'm like, whatever I have planned.
Yeah, I will be home.
I will be home.
Yeah, it's
for that entire week. I will not leave. So he comes over.
Oh my God. So this has been months. Like
this is now 3 months in. So this is kind of like because my birthday is 10 days after his.
Yes, but like in the period of time of you guys not talking, it's been like 3.
I haven't seen him for 3 months.
Yeah, okay.
Solid 3 months.
Yeah.
What does he bring me?
I don't know. Oh, is that what you're fucking wearing? That thing?
Yes. He brings me a fucking one piece.
Oh,
a one piece it's like a little onesie. Yeah. And it's like grey, simple onesie. It's literally a one piece
jogging pants
suit. It's like a
style,
one piece UK.
Yeah.
You're welcome for free advertising. But anyway. So he brings me this thing and he's like, I've just come across these. I fucking love them. They're like my favorite thing. And he wanted to buy me something that like he thought I would enjoy. So this is the kind of
like, so wait, pause. So this is your actual birthday present. So he went out and bought this for you for your birthday, even though you guys weren't together.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cute. So he's obviously still thinking of you.
So I was obviously you still care about me enough to have done that after 3 months.
Totally.
This is the thing. Yeah. This is the thing. After that period of time, there comes a point where you're like, all right, I'm either totally over this person and my life is better without them.
Yep.
Or you were like, I fucking miss this person and I want them back.
Yeah,
like there's some sort of like you either like I know that the breakup time is always obviously difficult anyway, but a little bit of time kind of gives you you either miss them or you don't.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
For sure.
And so I think that was the important time for us to realize we fucking love each other, we miss each other, you know.
Yeah.
So then when he got me that, I'm like, oh, this is sweet. But for ages, he was still like, nah, I don't want this to be a thing.
He obviously was protecting his broken heart. He was,
And then eventually, obviously, we started sleeping together. Cause
you are a slut, girl.
Because that's what I do.
Yeah, because you're a slew of men.
Oh, my slew of men. Poor Michael. Still waiting for his chance. He's got a letter for me, I'm sure.
He has that letter in his wallet.
Just fucking waiting for the opportunity. Just like smells it at night. Oh,
Billiana.
What I wrote? What the fucking Billiana? I was. Yeah, that's what that was my name back then. Anyway, I don't even know what we were talking about anymore.
Henry.
My husband. Yes. Anyway, so for about 5 months.
Yes.
So from January to May, we were hanging out or whatever.
So he gives you your birthday present, and then even though he said, "Look, it's been nice catching up," but you guys kept in contact.
Yeah, we would text, we would see each other regularly, and again, like this is kind of started developing, and we started sleeping together. But he was very much like, I don't want this to be a thing.
Right. Yeah.
Like this is cool, what's happening? But
boink, but yes, I don't want anything.
Yes.
Else.
Yeah. And I remember this is again the time like you knew me because you were dead set against us getting back together. Yeah. Like I remember that you and our other
other one.
Yeah.
That's a whole other podcast.
Yeah, that's a whole other podcast. But we used to be a trio and now we're a duo. But anyway, so you guys were like dead set against it, but I obviously knew in my heart I would marry him and have his children one day. It came to a point where I think it was just like, okay, you're actually just fucking using me for sex now, which is stupid because you could use anyone for sex. Why use me for sex?
Well, and he was
amazing. But
like, you were crazy in bed.
Crazy in bed. Totally. I'm a wildcat. But not anymore, obviously. But like I just came to that point where I'm like, this is not like you either want to be with me or you fucking don't want to be with me. You're not getting this temple for free anymore. Like this ain't happening anymore. So we happened to have been at a mutual friend's house where we, fun fact, ended up living later on.
Okay, yep.
And so we were at the place once and I was just like, okay, well, I'm not playing footsies with you anymore because we were literally playing footsies on the couch. It was all very, you know. But I'm like, I'm not banging you again if that's what you think is happening. Yeah. So I was like, no, I'm going to play this fucking cool. Oh. I'm going to play this cool. I'm going to be fucking cool.
Okay, you guys should have just seen her eyes.
I'm going to play this good, right? And so I was like, okay, well, I'm leaving. See you later. It was like, early in the night. I'm going home. I'm done. Yeah. I'm tired. I'm going home.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And then suddenly he's going home as well. And I'm like, well, you can go home. That's you. You do you. I don't care.
But you do you. I do me. Yeah.
And so we go outside and then I'm like, okay, we'll see ya. And I get in my car and I'm fucking, like, I turn my car on and I'm leaving because I'm not doing this. I'm not playing this game with him where he's like, well, what are you doing?
No, exactly.
I'm not fucking doing it. I'm like, see ya. And then he's like, oh, hey, hang on. Whoa. And I'm like, hi, what do you want?
Yeah.
And he kind of just like had this bit of a chat to me and was like, do you want to come over? And I'm like, nah. Like, see, I totally played him cool. Yeah. Like, I was totally like, no, I'm not doing this anymore. So I was just like, no, I'm going home. Like, see ya, whatever.
Yeah.
And the next fucking day, he emails me. And he
emails this. Okay, this is funny. Just for you to say that he emails me.
He emails me. And he goes, because, okay, a little backtrack, because we did talk about, like, whether we want to be together, and he said no.
Right.
And then I sort of said, look, if you're, like, whenever you're ready, you kind of let me know, because I'll be here. But then I think I kind of made it clear that I'm not here anymore. Like, I'm not fucking doing this thing.
Yeah, enough is enough.
And so he emails me and he was like, look, if you're still wanting to, like, I would like to try it slowly or whatever.
Aww.
And I read that email and I was like, yes!
It worked. Wore him down. Yeah, that one. And it only took you one night to deny him.
I know.
And
that is how powerful my vagina is. Michael never knew.
Michael wanted to know. Poor Mikey. Mikey, if you're listening.
Fuck off, Mike. I know.
She's wearing a onesie. Don't worry.
You didn't miss out on anything. Michael wasn't Asian, obviously. Can you tell? So I've just used up about half an hour of your lives, and I just told Lindalin that she has about 10 minutes to tell me about her heartbreak.
No, you didn't say 10. You said, all right, so can you wrap it up in like 5? I'm like surely
You've never been heartbroken. You just seem like the kind of gal. Or are you talking about how many hearts you've broken? Do you want to talk about the string of men?
Well, I don't have a string of men. Look, I've got 2 stories that go together.
Okay, you can wrap that up in 4 minutes then.
All right. No, Billy, it's not all about you. Okay, so when I was 16, I started dating this guy. We don't need to say names right now because
let's call him Jerome. I don't know.
He wasn't black. I was from South River, Ontario.
South River. What's the population in South River? Joshua?
That's my brother.
Isaiah?
And no, stop. Fuck. I was dating this dude. I was 16. He was 4 years older. So he was 20.
And in 16, that's
crazy, right? So he was already in college. I was like,
oh my God.
Fucking cool, right? So,
can I tell you were still fucking cool.
I know. Totally. So we dated for 8.5 years.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. So at that point in my life...
I didn't know this because I knew about him. Yeah. I didn't know you were so young and like that you...
Yeah. So obviously being together for that long, you think, we're going to get married, we're going to have babies, you have this world all planted in your head, blah, blah, blah. He was like, no, he just would not commit. And I would even actually ask him, okay, so if I were to ask you to marry me, what would you say? And I remember this conversation in his vehicle, and he's like, I'd say no.
Oh!
I know, right? And me, in my mind, even though my insides were like totally shattered, I'm like, I'm going to make him. Like, it's going to happen.
I'm going to change him, yeah.
So I just
I'll wear him down like I wore Henry down.
Totally.
Yeah.
There was no wearing down.
Oh my God.
It just got to the point where it was crazy. Like, our relationship wasn't good anymore. It was crap. And I was in college. He was out of uni. He was doing whatever. I don't even remember what he was doing at that point. And, he was working. So I broke up with him. I was like, that's it. I've had enough. And he always said, I don't want to marry you, but I don't want to lose you either.
Motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Honestly, what the fuck does that mean? What does that mean?
Exactly.
Yeah. Like, you're just going to do this forever? We're going to be boyfriend girlfriend forever? Like,
forever.
Yeah.
Like, I'm getting older. You're getting older. You're 4 years older than me. Like, what do you mean? So I was like, no, I've had enough. So I broke up with him. And I felt like, how did you feel? Sad. I was like, I don't know. Like, I felt like, fuck you, buddy.
Yeah.
You know, you wouldn't commit to me.
Do you think that you thought that maybe it'll make him come back? Like, maybe it'll make him up? Or you would...
No, I didn't do that, playing that game. Like, I really didn't think he would. But, like, so many other people were like, oh my God, he's gonna come after you now. My mom was like, oh my God, he's gonna so propose to you now. And I'm like, I don't want that. Like, if you were to ask me at that point, I think I probably would have said no, right? That's,
Well, not after all that. After fucking 8 years.
After 8.5 years, I'm like, dude, no. Yeah. So instead, I just went hooked up with another boy to get over him. And that was an Aussie. So I was living back home in Canada, working at a hotel, and I obviously was heartbroken and going through the whole like rebound stage. Yeah. And I hooked up with, we will call him Dickhead, because he was a dickhead.
Why did I use names for my guys?
Oh, Mikey.
All right, tell me about Dickhead.
So, Dickhead was my rebound.
I kind of feel like that also gives it away straight away.
Why?
Well, I want to, hear about why he's
Dickhead. Right. Yeah. Okay, so at the time,
let's call him Sweetheart.
Okay, at the beginning, I was like, oh my God, there's this hot Aussie. Yeah. Because I'd never been to Australia, and there's a whole slew of Aussies that came, because I was working at a hotel.
Oh, that would have been so exotic.
It was amazing, right? Yeah. So it was the summertime, I worked at a big resort, so we were all partying and having a great time, and I was dating this hot Aussie. Side note, I don't think you're hot anymore. But anyway.
Fuck you, fat cunt. Sorry, too far. I've had a bit of wine with this Shiraz. My bad. Sorry, dickhead.
I just love how passionately you said.
Well, because I sort of know a little bit about this, and it makes me angry on your behalf. So,
okay. So, great summer. Everything's great. And I actually feel really bad about this detail here. But so Dickhead was renting a place in the same town where the guy that I just broke up with after 8.5 years lived.
Oh, okay.
And he was renting this house on a road that 8.5-year-old. That's where the other dude, my previous, had to drive down all the time.
I don't feel bad about this at all. This is great.
No, well, I felt bad because like he would drive by and then Dickhead and I were
doing
outside or like, well, not walk shame, but we'd be outside talking or whatever. And
no, I do not.
The other guy would drive by. I do now. I actually do. What? I don't, because he's a good guy. I talk to him now. Like we're friends now. Like I just feel bad when I think about back by him.
He's fine.
He's totally fine. He's totally fine.
Yeah, he deserves it.
So anyways, Dickhead and our relationship progresses, whatever. I always knew that I was never going to marry this guy. Right. It was never this like, oh my God, I see this great future with him.
Well, you were so young as well. How were you, 24 at that stage?
Yeah, about 24. Yeah. But then I was like, I'm over my life. And Dickhead's time up in Canada was coming to an end. So he was moving back to Australia.
Right.
And I'm like, I'm going to go with him.
Right.
So I quit my good job, left my house, my home, all my friends' family. And I'm a mama's, well, I was at that stage, I was a mama's girl. And I'd never left good old
South River.
Well, I had to go to Toronto for school and stuff. Yeah. And I lived in Toronto for a while, but like I was always in the vicinity.
How far is Toronto from South River for those
like
of us who don't know?
3.5 hours.
Right.
Yeah. So everyone's like, you're not going to go to Australia.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So I just left with Dickhead, went to Australia. So
I'm in such a huge thing to do.
Yeah, but it was great. Like at that point I was like, oh, this is great.
Yeah.
We did some traveling our way here, blah, blah. So we get here and we move in with his darling mother.
Oh God.
And sister.
Oh God.
Oh my God. That lady hated me. Absolutely.
And how long have you been with him at this stage?
Oh, like maybe a year.
Right.
I don't even know how long, but maybe about a year-ish, yeah. So she hated me. I don't know why. Probably because I'm so fucking beautiful. But
so beautiful, yeah.
Actually, I do know why. Because she was divorced from her husband, and she had this guy up on a weird pedestal. So I had come in and weird. Yeah. So he ended up. So he picked me up from work one night. He was all dressed up, and he was on his way to uni. And he's all dressed up, smelling good, looking good. And I even said to him, I'm like,
what's your
name? Yeah, like,
how good a job interview or a date.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. And he would never pick me up from work anyways. We'd only been in Australia for about maybe 4 or 5 months. Oh. And so on our way to the city, because he was dropping me off to meet a friend, he broke up with me. So this is a Friday night after work. He broke up with me.
And you're living with him and his mom.
And his mom. Yeah. And he said, I don't even remember the jumbo crap that he said to break up with me. But then he's like, so you need to be out by Sunday. Sunday!
On Friday?
It's Friday after work, and I need to be out by Sunday. And I'm just like in total disbelief.
But did you see it coming?
No. Look, I knew we weren't happy, and like things living with his mom was
obviously not
great.
Yeah. Oh my God.
So
I see why we call him a dickhead.
Oh, massive, right? So he literally drops me off in the city. I'm meeting a girlfriend and I'm totally dumbfounded. I'm like, what the fuck just happened? So then, and I don't even know how this happened, but his friend found out. Dickhead must have told him. I don't know. Yeah. I had met this friend once. And he's like, dude, you can't just kick her out. She knows nobody.
Yeah.
Like, I hadn't met friends yet. I'd only been here for like 5 months. And obviously I was like...
Well, yeah, you find work and you hang with him and his friends and whatever. Like, you just,
So I'm like, oh my God, where am I going to go?
Oh my God.
And I refuse to go back to Canada. I'm like, I've got a year here. I'm not letting you fuck up my, like, whole year here in Australia. So his friend took me in. So him and his girlfriend had a place that they were renting.
Can we tell his name? Can we thank him?
What's Jake.
Little
Jake.
Jake, you're not a dickhead.
You're totally not a dickhead, Jake.
Bless. Thanks, Jake.
I know. Not that Jake would ever be listening to this podcast.
You
but
don't
if
know
you are, you never know. He could be. So Jake was so super sweet.
Oh my gosh.
And so I show up. Peter. Dickhead. We all know his name now. Peter. What a stupid name anyways, Peter. Although there's some lovely people out there with the names Peter.
Super lovely people with the names Peter.
This guy was not lovely.
Oh my God.
So he drops me off at Jake's house I had never
how
met,
nice of him.
How nice, right? Dumping off his, like, dirty laundry or something.
God.
I had never met Jake's girlfriend. So I remember, this vision is, like, burned into my brain. I remember being in Jake and Kim's room. She was making their bed. And I'm like, oh, hi, I'm Lindsay. I'm moving in with you guys.
Yeah,
like, it was so awkward and uncomfortable. Ridiculous.
And she obviously knew that you were coming. Like,
well, yeah, but we had never hung out. Like, we had never met, whatever.
Oh, my God.
And I was heartbroken at this point, even though I knew I was never going to be with him forever.
Yes. Yeah.
I was devastated. Like, I felt like my whole world was over.
Lindalin.
I know, right? And now I look back, I'm like, oh, God.
Ew.
Peter. I'm like, God.
Oh, my God.
So, but you know what is funny? Jake is how I met Cameron, my husband.
Oh, of course he is.
Yeah. So
how did you meet Cameron then?
So Jake and Cameron were going to uni together. And Jake would always say, oh, I've got this cute Canadian living with me. And I'm like, dude, stop trying to hook me up with your friends.
Yeah.
Aussie guys are dicks.
Yeah. You obviously have one Aussie dickhead friend.
Yeah. Like, I am not.
Oh,
like, God. I'm just going to live out the next year here and go back to Toronto. But then, honestly, I didn't move back to Toronto because I'm still here.
Oh my
But
God.
isn't that funny how, like, okay, so I break up with the one dude, hook up with rebound dickhead.
But he was here just to bring you over, you know?
Totally.
He was obviously
right?
there just to bring you over. That's insane.
Totally.
And I know, like, you would have told me the story before, but I just... Fuck that guy.
It's just... Yeah.
But it's so nice as well, like, knowing how you live now and, like, knowing your relationship and your family and, like, how far you guys have come.
Yeah.
And, like, it's so nice, like, looking back on how that kind of happened, like, how things fell into place.
So I broke one guy's heart, then the other guy broke my heart, and then now it's like...
And we're still not divorced, so no heartbreak.
Oh,
no heartbreak here. Well, yeah, it's touch and go.
He's a bit of a dick, but, you know, no. Oh, Cammy.
We love you.
No.
So now that we've told you all about our heartbreak, that's a wrap.
That's a wrap.
That's
now that you've monopolized the whole episode and you gave me... What I think I had like 7 minutes there,
and you did so good.
I know.
You used
I felt the pressure.
So good. Oh my gosh. Do you want to wrap this up for us?
No, not at all. You've been talking the whole episode, Billy. Have it back.
I need a motherfucking break, Lindalin. This is not Wine Chats with Bildo. Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyway, thanks, guys. Thanks, listeners. It's been a blast.
Talking about a heartbreak.
Please find us on our socials at Wine Chats Podcast. We are on Instagram and Facebook. Also, you can email us at winechatspodcast@gmail.com. For any budding winemakers who want to invite us to their vineyards so we can taste us their wines and then talk about it on the podcast, please
invite us.
Invite us. You know our email address. If you don't, scroll back about 30 seconds. It should be there. And yeah, thanks for being with us.
Oh,
yet again.
So nice. Billy.
Enjoy your wine.
Yeah, I'm actually. This has
been delicious. This has been a good week. And it doesn't make me say weird things. Last week's Chardonnay was just like...
That Chardonnay was disgusting. For us, because we don't like
us, it's a very good organic wine for those organic wine lovers.
Lovers of Chardonnay.
And Chardonnay lovers.
Yes.
Which we are not.
Definitely not. Do you know what is a good sign, though? As looking at you.
I'm all red.
Your teeth have that nice hue.
Just as you were you're going to have to give me some of your toothpaste that you got out.
Yeah, right.
Your whitening toothpaste.
I whitened my teeth right before we started recording. I'm like, well, what the fuck was that?
Well, they're all red now, so this is why you shouldn't swish red wine around your mouth. I was just trying to, Anyway.
You had my back. All right. Thanks for listening.
Good day. Good life. Is that it? Is that a wrap?
Good life? What is that?
It's a gym.